Hi, I'm Alan from 8 and 9 inch Ford rears. Today we're going to talk about measuring for your yoke. When you order a third member for a car that's already running, driving, got a drive shaft already made for it and all that, you want to match up the yoke so that your swap goes nice and smooth and you can be back on the road in a very short amount of time. So we're going to go over the 3 measurements needed for me to match up a yoke on your new third member so it'll go right in the car. When you place your order with us, we'll get spline count, we'll get ratio, we'll get all those details that are fairly easy, common decisions to make. When it gets to the yoke, it gets a little more complex. We want to make sure that when we build your third member, you can bolt it right in the car, hook the drive shaft up to it, and everything's good. So basically, the most common yokes we're going to find in street cars that we're using 9 inches in is a 1310, a 1330, and a 1350 yoke. The 1310 can be recognized by the width of the U-joint. It's 3 1/4 inches. You can either measure the U-joint itself cap to cap, or you can measure the spot that it sits in the yoke. 3 1/4. So that's going to guide us towards the 1310. If you measure yours and it's 3 5/8, you're going to be looking more like the 1330 or even the 1350. They are both 3 5/8 wide. So that's our first measurement we'll need, is the width of the actual U-joint. So 3 1/4 or 3 5/8 will get us in the right direction on that. The second measurement we will need is the size of the cap that's on the U-joint. And they will be 1 1/16, 1 1/8, or 1 3/16. 1 3/16 would go with your 1350. That's going to be 3 5/8 wide, 1 3/16 cap. The other two, there are some 1310s with 1 1/16. There's some 1310s with 1 1/8. There are some 1330s with 1 1/16, and there's some 1330s with 1 1/8. So should always check just to make sure that is going to fit. Now, your third measurement, you're going to have to get up under the car for this one. And what we want to do is we want to measure from the seal, face of the seal, to the face of the yoke, which is halfway through the U-joint. If you have somewhere in the area of 3 1/4, 3 3/8, something like that, that's going to be a short. If you have somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 1/4 to 4 3/8, that will be a long. That one there's right about 4 3/8. So every one of these 3 U-joint or yokes have a short and a long, and just this simple little matchup will make sure all the stuff works, everything fits in your car. Sometimes the tin shield, you'll notice, is down on the seal pretty good, where you might not even be able to see the actual seal. If you look up in there with a flashlight, you can see the seal's usually just under that tin. So it's still pretty obvious, you know, anywhere in this area. If it's not 4 1/4, then it's not a long. Somewhere in that 3 1/4, 3 1/2 area is a short. So with those 3 measurements, we can make up a third member for you and have it fit in your car. Everybody will be happy. Thanks for your time, and give us a call when you're ready to place your order. Thank you.